Back home again, an embattled state Liberal leader Isobel Redmond has attempted to clarify her latest comments about reducing the size of the public sector. She now says a plan to grant schools greater autonomy to hire and fire won't lead to mass education department retrenchments, but struggled to explain why.
For the second time in 4 months, Isobel Redmond's been forced to correct the spin on public service jobs.
What I tried to do yesterday was draw a comparison about the size of the public sector bureaucrats in Victoria, where they have autonomy, compared to what we have in South Australia. Obviously, I didn't do that clearly enough.
Yesterday, she said this state should aim for a similar bureaucrat-to-student ratio as Victoria, but that would mean slashing the department by 2/3.
I think perhaps it would have been better expressed if we were likely to end up with that sort of ratio.
She insists that doesn't mean retrenchments.
I made no comment yesterday about reducing the size of our public sector here.
That's not entirely true.
Inevitably, it will mean that we don't need as many bureaucrats inside the head office.
Today, though, she struggled to explain how the bureaucracy could be reduced without redundancies or redeployments.
Does it involve a net loss of jobs across South Australia?
Well, we won't know that until we do the autonomy work. We'll need to see with each individual, but can I remind you that there are 12,000 people simply go by natural attrition from our public sector every year.
Ms Redmond's also been called out on her Education Department employment figures, which the union claims are incorrect.
You know, I've asked my shadow minister to check on it. I understand from him this morning that in fact we're not comparing apples with oranges with that larger figure in Victoria.
I don't think anything the State Liberal Party makes sense to anyone. I'm not quite sure that they know what their plans are.
Well, it's policy confusion, but at its heart there's a fundamental truth, and that is they want to cut 25,000 jobs.
Tom Richardson, 9 News.